Hello everyone, Shibby2142 here. I have more Brink gameplay for you. This is on the PC, and this is going to be one round. My plan was to switch to Resistance, because I think Resistance is more fun to play on this map. Security is a lot more camping and just kind of waiting for the other team to make a move, which gets a little boring after a while, but we're just going to go with it. Everyone's joining up, so right now we do have some bots on my team, but those will be filled by players shortly. So I'm not really sure where to go right away in this map. I know we're supposed to protect some vault or something like that, so I'm just going to follow my teammates, do a little spawn buffing. That's what I like to call it, where you just needle people right out of spawn. It's good experience. I just hit level 20, so this is my first round as being a level 20, so I have the down fire, which you can pull out your pistol after 4 whatever seconds when you get incapacitated. If you get killed, you can't shoot anyone, obviously. And I also got the Lazarus grenade, which when you throw it, it's like a grenade. You have to press 1. I have it linked to my 1 button. It'll heal people, and I have a few wins and fails using the grenade. Here would have been a perfect opportunity to use it, but I ran out of supply, as you see in the bottom left. So right now I'm using the Lazarus grenade right there. So I just throw a grenade and it revives them. And what I noticed is that if there's 2 guys downed and I throw the grenade, I don't know if they both get revived if I don't have 2 pips of supply to revive both of them. I think I do it one time within the round, and it seemed like it took 2 to revive 2 guys, which does make sense, but I wasn't quite sure, so I still gotta play with that more. So obviously I am playing Medic. I'm using the light class, which means I'm gonna be using an SMG primary, and I'm using the Ritchie's revolver secondary. It's okay, because at range, it's horrible, which makes sense because it's a pistol, but at close up, if you actually get the shots on them, it'll kill pretty much anyone between 2 to 3 shots, you know, if you get a headshot or whatever, and it seems to have knockback or something. So I definitely want to play with it more because it seems like it could be awesome. And as you notice there, that little white blob that popped up above the crosshair, it shows me that there was a guy aiming at me that I didn't see. And that's a general ability that if you're gonna max out one class, you'll get it. So this is Medic. Obviously I'm playing Medic right now, and I have all the general abilities and all the Medic abilities, so this is pretty much maxed out Medic. And I don't know, I like it because this way I don't have to, oh, I'm the engineer, I gotta go repair the maintenance bot. I can just be helpful at all times, which is really cool. So I don't have to, you know, drop turrets or try to be all spy and sneaky, and the little like teabag animation that the operatives have when they try to take cloak. I don't have to deal with that or anything. So I sneak up behind the guys that have the security code, and right now, if you haven't realized, we're just getting destroyed. But this round is really special because it just gets crazy, especially the ending. The ending is absolutely insane. So right now, we're just getting destroyed. Like I said before, they are just absolutely rolling us. They blew up the door, and then they ran through here, and they had the security code, and they put it in, and now they have to bring the prisoner to their dock or whatever the spawn point is at the end of the map. So, and one thing, I don't know if I agree with this, but they have 25 minutes to do this. So this is one reason that the rounds in Brink are so long, and it's so hard to bring a concise gameplay of Brink, because it doesn't feel fair to just have 5 minutes of my best shooting in this round, or an epic kill streak that I go on, because you don't get the context to the whole lead up to that and how I played after. So I'm just gonna bring you the full round of Brink. I get about 11,000 XP in this round, so it's a long round, but it's fun and the ending is epic. So right now I'm following Jackal. He's one of the best players in the server. He was rocking sniper rifle and lightweight. I think he gets called a hacker later on the round, which is pretty funny. So right now I am just running around. I'm not really sure where the enemy is supposed to be coming from. I don't really play this game that often. I was able to get level 20. My Steam says 15 hours, but if you really went at it, you could probably get it at 10, 12 hours. I did some campaign, which you do get XP, but usually not as much as online, and the challenges as well. So if you really went to town, I think 10, 12 hours you could get level 20 character. So I've just been enjoying it. I haven't been grinding, I haven't been doing any 16,000 XP, just grind on campaign or some crap. So I've been playing legit, and it's fun. I was gonna bounce the grenade off the door there because I assumed the guy was gonna follow me, which I thought would have been epic, but did not happen. So I think he just kind of gave up, and I'm not able to kill him here. Trying to throw a revived syringe to the guy, he just calls it quits. So another beef, if you watch my other 30-minute gameplay, is that it seems like, alright, that's just an absolute fail. I Lazarus grenade the hostage because I didn't realize I was on my 1 button for the ability. So when you press 1 to get the Lazarus grenade out, it automatically replaces the grenade slot, which you then have to switch off the Lazarus grenade, so I'd have to switch off my 1 button to be able to use my regular grenade. So this is the first round I played as level 20, so I'm still getting used to it, so cut me some slack. And right here, this is a big choke point. The other team, which they're just working together like pros, so this is impressive. They have to bring the hostage through this little up ramp. And I tried to bounce the grenade off the wall there, which would have been perfect, but then it hit the cinder block thing on the right side, so that was a fail. So, alright, so let me try to explain this. You have to shoot the hostage when you're playing security on this. You have to bring him down so he starts kneeling. And then what an enemy resistance medic is supposed to do is throw him a revived syringe, and then his health gets to full, and then he starts walking again. And you have to actually be near him for him to walk, so you can't just throw him a needle and just run away and try to kill people. So that's one thing you gotta note. Right now my loadout, like I said, is the Carb 9 SMG, and I'm using the Richie's revolver. Right there you see him, it brings him down really quick. On both my weapons I'm using the adjusted iron sight. On the SMG I'm using the front grip. And I believe I'm using a muzzle brake on both of them. On the revolver there is the speed shooter. And then on the Carb 9 SMG I'm just using the stock mag because it seems to be the best in my opinion. So those are my weapons that I'm using. I'm digging them so far. In my other 30-minute Brink video, there was a comment that said I should try the adjusted iron sights. And when I didn't have the adjusted iron sights when the game came out, I just thought they were horrible and they just made my accuracy worse. But these adjusted iron sights are pretty legit, so if you really like a red dot, like I usually do, try the adjusted iron sights. They're pretty awesome. And the little bonus that they give you, I think you can bring out your weapon quicker, and you have a little more stability or something. So I'd definitely give it a shot. There, I wasn't really sure what I was trying to do. I was gonna knife a guy because I was completely out of ammo, so I really was just trying to kill myself. And then I ended up smart buttoning myself over the stairway, and then I couldn't get the melee off. And when you have a revolver, you actually have a knife, so that's pretty cool. So it seems like you melee faster when you have the pistol, or there is also a small machine pistol option when you're a light body type, or you can be a heavy or a medium. But so that's something to note. And each time that I get killed, there is the 4 or 5 second delay. Then I get to pull up my secondary, which is my revolver. But usually these guys just kill me right away. But I think I do get 1 or 2 afterlife kills, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't seem like you get any extra XP like you would in Call of Duty. So sorry about mentioning, but I'm just trying to, compare a little bit for those that are trying to relate. I think it's a little helpful. And like I said before, our team is just getting rocked right now. Here we go. Here's my pistol out. It's not accurate at range, so still trying to get used to what's the perfect distance for it. I was hoping a medic would come. I mean, our spawn is right there, but it just runs past, so we're just gonna go back in the spawn wave. It's every 20 seconds, so sometimes you hit it perfectly right when you die and you can spawn right away, or you have to wait. So there's a little strategy. Do you want to wait, try to, chill for a medic, or do you just want to hit the revive wave and get your full supply back in the bottom left? So a little strategy there. Right now I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to be going, so I pull out a grenade thinking that the hostage was still somewhere in that area, but he's running through the door here. So this is the door they blew up. That was their first objective. And this is where the tides really turn. So there you go, plus 20 when you kill. When there's an incapacitated guy on the ground and then you melee him, it'll actually kill him, so he can't be revived or self-resurrect. So like I just briefly mentioned, this is where our team starts to take over because this is probably the biggest choke point, this little zigzag through the fences here for the resistance guys. And it seems like the resistance does not work together, and that's what starts to bring them down. But as you see at the end of the round, it gets really crazy because our team is so pushed up that one or two sneak by and it just gets really interesting. Pretty soon here I do the double Lazarus grenade revive, so I'm going to watch my supply really closely here and see what happens. Let's see here, I'm going to toss this guy a revive syringe. And there's a turret up there, there's a guy shooting, so I'll keep an eye on that. Enemy right there, take him down. And let's see here. It looks like I healed both of them. Alright, so there we go. Problem solved. If you have a Lazarus grenade and you throw it out, and there's 2 or more guys there, it will not take more than 1 pip to revive both those guys from what I just saw right there. But looks like they just died again, so maybe not. I'll do further testing, you know, more videos, I'll figure it out. So, you know, Brink is only, what, 13, 14 days old, 2 weeks old. So, you know, we're still getting used to it. You saw right there a medic just ran in there and threw the hostage a revive syringe. And that's a horrible idea because, yes, the hostage will get revived for a split second, but I was right there to take him down. And you have to be next to the hostage, like I said, to get him to move anywhere. He's not just gonna walk by himself. So that was a really poor planning on the resistance guy there. Another thing that I would like to see changed is the opacity on some of these icons. Earlier in the gameplay, I was shooting a guy but got lost when I was aiming down the sights trying to scope him. And what I mean by opacity, if you don't know what that word means, is a type of fading that'll make the icon less blocky and bold and you can't see past it or through it. So that would be an easy option that they could have, maybe a slider or something that splash damage could incorporate that would make the game a lot more customizable. I mean, that's one way to say it. And it would be easier for people that, you know, understand what's going on. Like, okay, I understand that guy needs to be revived. I don't need that revive icon to just to be so big and bulky and just, I don't know. That's one thing I'd change. I have a lot of ideas for this game to make it better. Right now, the game is average. I mean, there's bugs, and the animations are really stiff, I think, and the amount of parkour could be changed a little bit. I mean, here's a little bit of a rant, but when the game was coming out and I was seeing all the, you know, teaser gameplay videos, it seemed like you could just, you know, jump off the wall and 360 and shoot, and it's just gonna be really fluid and just crazy movement, and just the movement would be awesome and totally different. But right now it just seems, you know, just average. I mean, I'm kind of just shrugging my shoulders. You can't see it, I don't have my webcam on, but it's average, and they can do something to make the animations better, and it's just not as fluid as I would have hoped. So right there you see another medic, runs in, gets the revive syringe on the hostage, and then the hostage is taking 1 or 2 steps because the medic is right next to him, so there's someone guarding him, and he gets killed right away. So that's what happens, and then later in the round, like I said, it just gets nuts. I'll now talk about the abilities I'm using. As a medic, you get a health syringe, which is just the F button without pressing 1 or 2 or 3. Right there I was leaning. Lean is Q or E. Alright, so back to the abilities. And then you also get the revive syringe, which is also F when there's a guy on the ground. That's my use button, like I said before. And I'm just going to call it the Lazarus grenade, which is the AoE revive grenade that I've been using. Number 2 is adrenaline, which I really should not be using because it's not helpful when you're defending. And I'll explain what adrenaline does here. Adrenaline is a time-based buff that'll last for, it seems, between 5 to 8 seconds. And when you use it on a teammate, you can't self-use. It'll give your teammate invulnerability for that duration, and whatever damage they take during that invulnerability, they'll take after the adrenaline is over. So it's extremely helpful. Say you had a guy that needed to plant a bomb or something and the defense is really tight. You could adrenaline him, and then he could go in there and try to get off a plant as fast as possible, and no matter how many guys are shooting him, he'll still live for that duration of adrenaline. And if he doesn't take enough damage to die, he'll just take the damage after the adrenaline is over. You can tell if someone's adrenaline because they have the yellow outline, kind of like the hostage does right there. The hostage doesn't have adrenaline, so just note that. That's just to outline him to know where he's at. So if you ever see a guy that's all yellow outlined, and you're trying to own him, but he's just standing there like a beast and just taking it like a tank, that is why. Alright, so now my third ability, Metabolism, and this one's a good one. This one I definitely keep. Metabolism lasts as long as the guy is alive when you buff him. And we have a complete fail right here. I was in a Laza grenade, both those guys. Put the grenade perfectly between them, which doesn't really matter. And then they just both call it quits because the spawn timer was obviously there. So that sucks. That's a huge fail. Alright, back to Metabolism. It lasts as long as the guy is alive, so that 1 life when you buff him. And it makes his health regeneration a lot faster. I don't know what percentage, so maybe that's on a wiki somewhere. But it definitely makes a difference. So that's something if all you guys that are not level 20 yet, and you're really into the spawn buffing, or spawn boosting, where as a medic, you just have 3 abilities that are just ridiculous. So you do like Adrenaline, Metabolism, and Transfer Supplies. And you buff your teammates when you spawn as fast as you can. So you just jack everyone up on high health, and Metabolism someone, and Adrenaline someone. We just have a huge revolver fail here. I wasn't expecting him to get knocked down. And then I forget that I have the afterlife duration with the pistol. So I do kill him there, but I could have gotten another kill, I think, because you can reload. And my my cursor was already on the respawn wave, so I should have stayed in there. But once again, this is the first round that I was level 20. So I'm not really used to the rank 5 level 20 abilities like the downfire and the las grenade. So back to spawn buffing or boosting or whatever, and this is a pretty nice little sequence here on this guy. Just take him down, type out nope.mp3, so it's a little funny. If you watch my other videos, sometimes I have the nopes in there, so that's entertaining. Alright, so back to spawn boosting. I'm guilty of it too. It was the XP is just so crazy, and it's really a bad idea for a lot of reasons, because as soon as you get to the battlefield, you'll have no supply to really revive anyone. And once again, I'm guilty because the XP is just so nuts when you're buffing everyone that's in spawn with health, and then you use your Metabolism on Adrenaline, which is unnecessary on a few guys. But, I mean, you do have, like I said before, like 500 XP per life, it seems. And right here, I'm just chilling in downfire. I should have taken the join reinforcements, but I see this easy feeling guy is having a tough time with this dude. And I assumed that he was gonna run in here and maybe camp with me for a second, and I could help him out, but kind of just waste my time there. So that was a 20-second fail. Couldn't revive myself. I do have the self-resurrection, which I've used a few times, and that's about a 2-minute respawn timer on that. You see the blue around the circle on that revive on the leftmost tab there, and it's almost unfilled. So I could have waited longer, but you might as well just respawn and get your full supply. So that's one big reason for respawning, is you get your full supply meter back. So if you're low on bullets and low on supply, sometimes just rushing in there and getting yourself killed if you have time or can afford it is pretty cool. So right there, I throw the las grenade and get the revive. So it looks like it's giving me plus 100 on the las grenade, so that's pretty crazy. So I'm getting plus 100 on just throwing the grenade, and then I'm getting plus 100 on the revive. So that's pretty nice points there, but being level 20 XP does not matter. It does get you recognized, I guess. You get some server cred for being on top of the leaderboards, which really means nothing if you don't win. So definitely playing for the win. That's one big tip I'll give you guys, is don't worry about KD. There is no KD in this game, but I think you can type in some console commands and you can see your KD or something. I was reading down the Brink forums, maybe not, I haven't tried it. But if you look at the scoreboard, it's just XP, and whoever's the highest XP on your team will be on the top of the leaderboards. That's how it works. One thing I'm definitely interested in seeing is future patches and DLC for this game, and also advanced gameplay. When I finally figure out the maps and, you know, see the routes in my mind, that I can use my light body type to my advantage, that I can use all the parkour routes and really get an edge on opponents. I also need to work on taking advantage of the slide. When you run around a corner, you can slide, and you slide really far. You slide farther as a light body type when you're sprinting because you move faster. Let's hear it. And then the other team rage quits a bit, so I don't really know why I typed that out, but I was pretty pumped because we were getting destroyed earlier. Anyways, the slide around corners to take guys down. When you're sprinting, you press crouch. My sprint button and smart button is shift, and then my crouch button is C. So when you hit those, you do the slide, which is really fun. And you can take guys down. You like slide tackle them and knocks them back. So I'm guessing, I haven't watched any competitive Brink yet, but I'm assuming that's a really big aspect of their gameplay is the slide tackle, which really disorientates your opponent and then typically will lead to an easy kill. So as you saw right there, some serious revolver fails. I'm still getting used to having the pistol not having awesome range. I play a lot of Bad Company 2 if you ever watch my videos. They're pretty awesome. So yeah, Bad Company 2 pistoling I'm a huge fan of, and I just love pistol sniping what it seems guys with either the 1911 or the 443. So still getting used to that, and the revolver also has crazy recoil, which I'm still getting used to, but in close quarters combat it's awesome, so not hating on the Richie's revolver, I just need to get used to it. As you see right there, I get flashbang, that is a soldier ability. I will be pursuing soldier next. It seems a lot of fun, and I've talked to a few of my friends that do play competitive Brink, and they say the flashbang is just crazy OP, overpowered, when they're playing competitive, so I want to give it a shot, and it seems like a good tactic to use. I don't know how many you get or what's the respawn time on it, but it seems pretty awesome, and soldier seems like a fun class. I enjoy giving out ammo, and it seems like another helpful, you know, not engineer, not operative. Not hating on operative or engineer, I'm just saying I like being helpful at all times, which seems the turrets in this game are really not impressive. I think later on the round, I take a turret on just 1v1. Actually, I think it's really soon here. Anyways, yeah, I run up here and there's just a turret that I think it's that turret that gets hacked. And I'm a light body type, and I just take it down with ease. So I don't know if it's not like a really high level turret. I think engineer has certain tiers of turret, but really it just seems that turrets are ineffective in this game. I don't think I've ever been killed by an enemy turret that's not in their spawn. The spawn turrets are crazy powerful, but the regular human turrets definitely need some kind of boost to be truly effective. And in my opinion, the operative class, the whole disguising thing, it's kind of a gimmick. It's not as crazy powerful like Team Fortress 2 with the backstab instant kill. And yeah, I do type in chat that these matches are really long. Like I said before, the 25 minutes that they get to push this hostage is pretty ridiculous. There should be some kind of... Sorry if I'm referring to Team Fortress 2, but if you ever played Payload in Team Fortress 2, there's checkpoints that you will push your payload cart and then you get more time. And I think that's something that can be implemented on these maps, that once a hostage gets to a certain point, or a certain checkpoint or something, that then they'll get more time. Just having the full time limit right away, I don't know if I agree with that. And right there I was trying to demonstrate spawn boosting or spawn buffing, where yes, the health is helpful. I think it could be helpful if I save it. Alright, here's the turret I take on. Just stand right in front of it, just take it down with ease. Alright, back to the spawn buffing. And then I pop adrenaline on that guy, which I think is just a reflex at this point, which I'm trying to rid myself of a bad habit. Right, this is a bad example of the lock-on, just throwing me around the map. So we all just a lot of stuff going on here, so I'm sorry if I'm jumping around, but I'm trying to discuss everything that's happening. It's just nuts. So yes, I am guilty of the spawn boosting, spawn buffing when not necessary. I think you can save the health buffs and all your supply for later on in the round. I'm usually a player that won't die right away, right out of spawn unless they're camping, so I don't know. I think I'm a pretty smart player. I think I'm decent. You might think I'm terrible, which then I'll request to see your gameplay, maybe a whole round, not just your little 2-minute montage of maybe some crazy melee kill or something. So that's just my beef. When people are talking bad about other gameplays and stuff, and they don't have any videos or any subscribers themselves, and they're just bad-mouthing, and they got nothing to back it up, I think that's really weak. So that's my bit on that. Like my 30-minute Brink video, I want people to be critical viewers. Yes, I'm not perfect, no one is, but it's a lot of work recording all this gameplay. It's like 100 gigabytes right here on Fraps, which I do recommend Fraps. I have a purchased version, So definitely recommend it. Alright, here, this is really important. I hear over the chat that the prisoner is up. And right here, all our guys I'm scrolling through are trying to spawn camp. So, in my opinion, I saved this round. So, I'm throwing grenades. I'm trying to take this guy down. There's 3 dudes. I do knock him down, so that was pretty clutch. And then I think Kite, or whatever his name is, does come to help me. So that's nice. But the voice over IP VoIP in this game is not very good yet, so that needs to be fixed. But I do have a mic plugged in, it's just not very good. So I think I just start going crazy here in the chat. Priz is up, which means the prisoner, and I'm gonna self-revive here. And it looks like we would have lost if this medic or that medic, these guys are medics, I don't know, if they would have had more supply. Obviously 1 or 2 of them might have been an operative. That's how they got behind enemy lines, which is a good move, you haven't seen it. But this just gets absolutely nuts. So Jackal here, being a beast, he's gonna throw me a defib syringe. I'm gonna boost his health. And then finally people start showing up. Spicy Mayo. Watch out for the spawn turret. If you ever come back here, there is a spawn turret. So I think at least 5 of my teammates just get gunned down because they don't realize it, which is pretty funny. I mean, the game is still new, like I said. It's been out for like 15 days. I might have said 13 earlier, but I mean basically 2 weeks. So I had a really clutch save there. If you think any different, I don't know. I guess I was the only one really listening to audio and trying to be a team player, but yeah, that was nuts, and it gets more interesting here as our team starts falling apart, and there's just dead people everywhere. There's the las grenade fail that hits the guardrail dealy on that walkway. So right there I use adrenaline, not necessary, but still just a bad habit that if I see a guy light up and I can press the F button, I do it. So I'm trying to break myself of the habit, a little Linkin Park style. But you can shoot under the fence there. See that? I'm run around here and just try to keep people alive because it's just gonna get crazy. So I'm gonna play defense. Obviously, been defending this whole round, but really just I don't care what other people are doing. I'm just gonna stick with this guy and try to keep people up and really just do my job. So with all the supply I got, hopefully I don't run out here. I'm not really sure. They sneak by again. 2 guys. I don't know how. I don't know what route they're taking. And I type he's up in chat. He's up. So guys, I'm just curious what happens here because it just gets crazy. So I'm gonna self-revive. Throw him a syringe. I'm not sure if these 2 guys are dead or up. Yeah, so they were waiting on supply. I take down the hostage again. Throw a grenade. Try to take these boys down. I think I get a little, I'm gonna start shaking a little bit. Like, you know, you get the adrenaline in there. You know a game is going when you start to feel it inside you when it's just like, man, this is getting really intense. Guard him. Type that out in chat. Guys getting gunned down by spawn sentries. It's just getting nuts. So, boosting people like crazy. This guy has a turret there, so that's a good idea. I think he replaces it pretty soon. And pretty much the hostage just needs to get up and walk about 10 feet, I think, and then they'll get the cutscene to win. Right now, there's 10 seconds left. So we got 10 seconds. We're guarding. People are dying. I'm just like, dear God. Here we go. We got a heavy body type. He's down low. I throw a las grenade. Complete fail. Alright, we're going slow-mo here. I just unload on the hostage's head. He's up. So right here, we're just going to town on the hostage, trying to bring him down. 1 second left. Mission timer. We're just going, shooting. Mission timer. Hit 0. I get hit by a grenade. I believe that the hostage, yeah, there we go. It gets taken down. And then they go into overtime for like a second. And I think I see the hostage there take a step right after this. So I don't know if they should have, right there, see he's moving again? So it hits overtime, but I guess the mission timer already hit 0. So I have no idea what happened, but we end up winning. So I thought we lost, honestly. I don't know, there was a lot going on there in the last 2 seconds. Obviously I had to put that in slow-mo. The game does not slow-mo itself. And then mission completed. I honestly thought we lost. I had no idea what cutscene that was. So there we go, mission completed. Best overall, best medic. Right there it says XP 0 because you don't get any as you hit level 20. Right there, 11,000 XP. So everyone's quitting out here, so people are just doing whatever. But yeah, type out WoW in chat because that was definitely a WoW. So right there, that is some Brink gameplay, no question. If you go to any forum, there's a lot of Brink hate. I understand to some point, but this game is fun. It does need some fixes here and there, but I don't know, that's my bit. That was one round, 30 minutes, it was epic, it was fun. We were getting rolled, but then we pulled a close victory at the end, which is really cool. So guys, if you'd like the video, it took a lot to make this, you know, get relevant commentary and record it all and edit and all that stuff, so it'd be nice if you just give me a like, that'd be really cool. And check out my channel, I'm Shibby2142, I do gameplay commentaries. And if you enjoyed this, I'm sure you'll enjoy some of my other videos, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, guys. Pixel Enemy, thank you for having me. I'm out, guys. Have an awesome day.